You know what's good, YouTube. Scott Taylor here, back again once again. And today, we're going to go ahead and look at our first, technically not in the tier, but in the tier Pokemon, Sigilyph. If you don't know what I'm talking about, as you can see, right there, that says BL3. If in case you don't know, is BL3 is a ban list from NU. I don't know why they just don't push these Pokemon into the next tier instead of packing them into their own little special thing. Is fine by me, but it's stupid. But anyways, is Sigilyph, the Psychic Flying type, which makes him weak to Ghost, Dark, Electric, Rock, and Ice. 5 weaknesses, and the only one that you really have to worry about is Dark, Psychic. Not Psychic. Dark, Ghost, and Rock. But because you have the Magic Guard, an ability preventing you from taking direct damage from anything that's not an attack, you won't have to worry about Stealth Rocks, which is nice. You also won't have to worry about the recoil damage that you're going to get from the Life Orb when you bust out a Psychic Shadow Ball or Energy Ball with that 103 special attack and hopefully outspeeding everything with that 97 speed. And if you happen to actually take some damage, you can go ahead and get that roost off and recover that damage straight back from it. But our next set is very, very similar to the previous set. Is a Calm Mind, Psyshock Heat Wave set. And with this set, this works very well with the Muck Mementos move that I was talking about yesterday, I should say. As you know, as you probably know by now, I record these all in a row. But either way, because they're going to be forced to switch, you can go ahead and get a couple Calm Minds up. If they're a specially defensive Pokemon, you can hit them with the Psyshock, make sure that they get taken out. And if they're a physically defensive Pokemon, you have the Heat Wave to go ahead and take them down. And again, if you have any damage that you take, you can go ahead and use the Roost. You can also replace Heat Wave with either Flash Cannon, Ice Beam, Signal Beam, or Ancient Power. Ancient Power. What a move. It's a move that, I wish Pokemon had access to 5 moves at once. And I'll show you why in a bit, but some other moves, because I couldn't fit them all on here, that you can put is Dark Pulse. You have Dazzling Gleam. Let's see. If you happen to be in the sun, you have Solar Beam, but I wouldn't recommend that. You have Icy Wind, which is going to lower their speed above 1 every single time. If you want to go OG first gen, you can go for the Psybeam or Psywave. And that's it for that. Either way, you can go ahead and replace either the Shadow Ball or Energy Ball with one of these moves, also depending on your team and how much coverage you want. But on to our next set. It's a bit of a niche. I don't know. It's a bit of a Leech Life. Is the Light Clay Dual Screen set with the Wonder Skin ability. Wonder Skin is not just an ability that sounds like a good brand for a condom. It's an ability that any status moves, their accuracy is now 50% when used against Sigilyph. So this may work in something like doubles. That way you can set up the screens and they can't taunt you, and your tag partner can go ahead and take them out. You can also use tinted lens on a set like this or this, but that's beside the point. You can fool around with the sets that you see fit. But you have the dual screens. You also have the Magic Coat, which if they lead off with something that can taunt you, go ahead and bounce that taunt right back to them and set up your dual screens. And so you don't get walled out by taunt in case you can't predict one. you have the Air Slash to go ahead and hit them with that. Have a chance to flinch them, and with you already outspeeding them with the 313 speed, most more than likely, potentially get that 30% chance to flinch, and you'll be good to go with that. And now on to the set in which the Ancient Power is so wanted, but yet never got. Is the set, if you see this in random battles, quit and don't hate this Pokemon. And go on hating this Pokemon because it deserves to die, in your opinion. Before I got into tiers, I used to do nothing but play random battles. In my opinion, it's the most untalented tier in the entire website. And you don't have to worry about anything. If you're just on go and you want to get a quick battle win, oh, let's do a random battle. Because the reason you may hate this thing in random battles and may think this thing, oh my god, why is this not Ubers, is because it has a Cosmic Stored Power combo. If you don't know what that is, Cosmic Power is a move that boosts your defenses by 1 apiece. Then Stored Power gets a boost plus 20 power for each of the user's stat boost. So that after 1 turn, that's a base 60. After 2 turns, that's a base 100. After 3 turns, 140. So on and so on. Which is why the Ancient Power, which has a 10% chance to boost all your stats by 1, if you happen to get that on this, you basically have a 120 power move by turn 2. With 100% accuracy and 16 PP. That's going to hurt. Unless you're a Dark type, or you like quad resist Psychic, this is going to hurt you. You also have the Psycho Shift, which is going to transfer any user element, that means burn, toxic, paralyzation, any of that to your opponent. And you have the Flame Orb access to Flame Orb. So you can go ahead and switch that burn over to them. They're going to be getting weakened even more. Your special defense is at max. Your defense is basically getting a, correct me if I'm wrong on how this would work, but it's basically getting a 126. So that's 227, 348, and 284 essentially. Biggest problem with this is a Dark Fire type, which is why it's good that you can also switch over to a Toxic Orb. Problem with this is you basically get walled out by Steel types. Not as bad, but I prefer the Flame Orb because it's going to burn them. And if you happen to take any damage after you get that Cosmic Power up a couple times, you have that Roost to go ahead and get some more health back. If you had access to 5 different moves, along with Ancient Power, this thing does not really get walled out too well. Like, completely walled out, I should say. Yes, you can still not be able to do much, but you can still do damage to them. Because if it had access to the 5th move of its choice, then it would... its best counters are Steel types. But then you can burn them, which is fine. Anyways, I'm gonna go on and I'm rambling here. My brain's like, I'm stupid. I have not recorded in a long time. I'm recording this one right after the Muck one. I do that. But let's look at the final and normal set for Sigilyph. Is a Calm Mind Psycho Shift set. It combines the 2 most powerful sets into one. Oh my god, I want this thing to die. I want this thing to be in Ubers. I hate it now. What you're going to do with this set is you're going to go ahead and set up a couple Calm Minds. You're going to get that special defense boost. Then you can go ahead and switch that Flame Orb onto them. While you're doing that, you can go ahead and attack them with Air Slash. Get some damage off that you're going to need. Don't know why I had to say that, but I struggle with brains. I'm not a smart person, but I need to record because I don't know if I'm going to have a video up on Tuesday. I know you're seeing this on hopefully Wednesday, but I don't know. Either way. But yeah. You're going to get that Calm Mind. You're going to get the defense boost from Calm Mind. Special defense boost from Calm Mind, I should say. And you're basically going to get the defense boost from the Flame Orb, crippling them. So, Sigilyph is a Pokemon that likes to make you hate it. So, hate yourself. And if you enjoy making someone hate themselves, then this is the Pokemon for you. And hopefully, if this is not the Pokemon for you, you will have another Pokemon for tomorrow's Showdown Showcase, and I will hopefully see you then. So if you enjoy the content, smash that like button, subscribe, come back tomorrow for our Showdown Showcase and our Crystal Ashlock, and I will hopefully see you then. Peace!